Mm-hmm. Let me check everything. I think I'm more or less ready, but you know. All right. All right. I think I'm okay. Just like this so I can see how things look. I put on the same type of shirt Druk has for the finale. I think I did that for the beginning, the first stream too. It just felt right. So yes, hello, I'm Boxcat. As you can see, we're playing Alaris. So far, mic and audio is sounding okay. Alright, so yes, we are on the last chapter of Druk's route, I believe. So we are very close to the end. You know, I was thinking before stream, it'd be kind of funny if I was only like 5 minutes away from the end the last time I say we ended stream. Like, what if? If I was, that's kind of funny. So yes, I'm excited. I hope everyone's been good. Excuse me. Yeah. Trying to think of anything happened since we last streamed. Okay, for a second I'm like, wait, today is Thursday, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I questioned myself there for a second, like. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Anyway, yeah. I guess let's get into it. I forgot to put my hair down. Oh well. Why am I touching the phone? Alright. Well, let's load up the game. I'm trying a new camera angle with my webcam. Usually I have it like here. facing me while I'm kind of like this, but I have it here while I'm like this. Okay, so I get my throat cracking. All right, so yes, I believe this is the save file we want. Let's get into the game before I decide if I want the music up. Alright, so yeah, I'm pretty sure we're on the last chapter. Either that or the chapter before the last one. So everything with Kunaa and his clan has been pretty much resolved. It ended up that his people, the Fae people, were they were ill, they were sick, and we had the ability to heal them. And so, I mean, he could have just asked us to come along, told us the situation, but you know, he didn't. So all that stuff happened. But yeah, in the end, that was the deal. So we healed them. We healed them. We found out we're a half dragon. I mean, I knew we weren't completely human, but I honestly thought we were like half like elf or something. And there's just too many plants at the house for me not to think that we're like half forest elf or something. Or maybe our adopted mom is. Either way. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened. We saved the people. Found out we're half dragon. And we are coming back to our world now. Maybe I should put it up a bit. I don't want to be overpowering it, but I don't want to be underpowering it. I guess we can give this a shot. Alright, so yes. Here we are. So that's what I was saying, like, it'd be funny if there was only like 5 minutes left of the game. Because all the big stuff seems to have been resolved. Well, let's see. Let's see if that's the case. Either way, I'm excited to see what's gonna be happening. and how the game is going to end for Druk's routes. I probably won't stream the other routes. I'll probably just enjoy those myself, so other people can enjoy those themselves. I already know who I'm going for next. I'm going for Kane. Yes, I already have it planned, so... Sorry, I was thinking something, like... So my mic, it's attached to a stick that's clamped on to the shelf above. So I was wondering, the shelf right here, could I have it clamped that way and go this way instead of this way? No, just thinking. I'll need to experiment with that later. Later, not now. I got distracted, sorry. Anyway, yes. Yeah, I've also decided to start making like little thumbnail things for the streams. Or at least, if I can remember, but at least this week I've made a bunch of like thumbnail things. I have one prepared for the Colorex Malice stream tomorrow. I'll be posting right after this. They're kind of fun to make. You'll see. Anyway, yeah. Okay, let's just get to it, I guess. It'd been a long month of balancing my new responsibilities. Oh, we're not done yet. Okay. Tomorrow, Druk and I head to the Fey Realm for the 3rd time, which meant another session of realm hopping, as Druk called it. I groaned into his shoulder. He has nice shoulders. Alright, I hear you. Don't tell me Eitza's working you to the bone. Eitza is an angel. Eitza's the pretty white hair one. Druk took my hand in his as we enjoyed our scenic detour. It was his idea to take in the sights before our big day tomorrow. It's the overtaking crisis that's driving me crazy. After going to the Dusk Court a couple times, I felt like my sensitivity to energy was getting better. So I thought that might help me with the overtaking here. But that's not how things are shaping up. You tell me. You're the one out in the field. Yeah, I hate to break it to you. But when it comes to Overtaken, I'm as busy as ever. The Overtaken are the enemy, like... I'm not sure if I should call them monsters, but they're the things that are... They're the bad guy. They're the bad thing. They're like an invasion, kind of. How are we putting in so much work and making so little progress? Maybe it's because you're tired? You can't think straight when you're worn out, you know? I know that. I'm a healer. Of course I know that. And yeah, if you didn't... We're a healer, so... I'm trying to, as we go, kind of catch anyone up who is new on, what's what. I really love this background. We saw it once before when we were hanging out with Eitza. It's so pretty. Actually kind of reminds me of something. Like there's, I forget, I think it's in Washington or something. But there's like a tulip festival where they have like a field of tulips. And this kind of reminds me of that a little bit. I've been to it once. But that was like quite a while ago. Anyway. Uh-huh. And have you been practicing that? Been busy. I have excuses. Between traveling the two realms, healing Dustfae, managing the Overtaken. Honey, when we get worn out from all that. I don't know how I'm gonna find time to practice it. I feel like I'm the only one who can help everyone.
Oh?
In a way, we kind of are. Did we get a pass for not training? I hope so. Please have mercy. I know how. Just say the word, and I'll make sure no one bugs you for like a week. Druk! Can't you just give me another message? Or massage? Oh yeah, he gives us great massages. Very funny. Okay, but I wasn't really joking. What about you? Juggling your Drake responsibilities and taking me to the Dusk Court isn't too much, is it?
Huh?
I guess I should tell you what Drake is. It's they're the people that fight the Overtaken. That is part of my Drake responsibilities. Besides, as unbelievable as it sounds, Kane's actually been doing his job lately. Oh wow, really? Yeah, he's known for being a slacker a bit. That's why I made that joke that he was at the club where we were trying to handle Kunaa. Wow. They call that character development. Yeah. I don't know what got into him. But since I don't have to do both our jobs, I have more time to come with you to the Dusk Courts. Make sure to thank them for me then. For doing their job? I mean, what's it called? When you praise someone, they tend to try even harder. There's a word for it, I can't think of it. But that's what we're doing. Just do it, okay? I'd bet good money they're doing it so you can come with me. I think they like you. Come on, Maria, not the brothers thing again? Yeah, the yaoi thing. You keep saying brothers thing, but I mean yaoi. Get it right. Hey, I didn't even mention brothers this time. Anyways, I think you should be more worried about yourself. Like, yeah, okay, sure. Maybe you're the only one who can heal the Fae, but the overtaken stuff? You need to pull back. You're the one who just said everything's still the same. On the Drake side of things? But Asa told me that the Ravens are starting to get the hang of healing the overtaken. Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We were training the Ravens who are also healers. They're like a team of healers. And we were training them on how to heal the overtaken. Because previously, they didn't think it was possible. So, okay, yeah, I forgot about that. I say, when this Fae business is handled, you take a vacation. While everyone else works on the overtaking crisis?
Huh?
Everyone else isn't healing an entire Fae corpse. We're acting like a vacation will kill you. Maybe it will. Where would we even go? Well, we don't know much about the world outside of, the places the game allows us to go. Okay, fine. Only if you take one with me. If that's what it takes. You say that, but I get the feeling you can't stay away from work either.
Trust me. I can take a vacation.
Trust me, Maria. Yeah. Promise? I should switch over to these. Promise?
On my pinky and everything.
He reached out, his pinky finger already lifted. I hugged my pinky around his, sealing our oath to one another. Don't break our promise.
I swear on my life.
Well, then you better rest up tonight for our big adventure tomorrow.
Ugh.
Shouldn't I be saying that to you? I think realm hopping affects you more than it affects me. I'm practically a member of the Dust Court at this rate. Don't say that. I don't know if I could handle a long-distance relationship. Oh, so needy.
Ugh.
No, I just hate the way you move your furniture around when we're calling each other. Wait, why are... It's like, hi, how you doing? Shh. Us moving a couch. Or is he talking about the sheets? Because there was a time where we were calling him and we were getting into bed and the sheets were making like crumple sounds and he was commenting on that. Is that what he means by furniture, or are we just moving couches around while we're calling him on the phone? You're still not over that? You're going to react like that. It means you've already forgotten the lesson I taught you.
Oh?
Maybe I need to show you how loud it is again? Okay. This is in reference to that exact situation I just told you about with the phone and the sheets. Yeah, in response to us moving, like trying to get settled and moving the sheets, he got annoyed, and so he intentionally moved his sheets and like, hey, this is how bad it sounds. No, it's okay, I remember. The playful smirk danced on his lips before softening into a thoughtful expression.
Oh.
Say, Maria, do you still have that flower charm I gave you? What flower charm? Yeah, I'm kind of like, it's been a week and I forget. What flower charm? I mean, what flower charm? Yes, of course, I'm joking. Absolutely. Why not? I'm going to assume you're joking with that humor you know I love. You know me so well. I lost it. Okay, I don't know if I lost it, so I'm gonna say I still have it, because for all I know, it could just be somewhere in my room. Yeah, I think we still have it. I think I remember, kinda, sorta-ish. I still have it. Of course I kept it. I pulled the chrysanthemum out of my pocket. Soft sage green light illuminated the area around it. I'm so glad I preserved it. I had pressed the flowers into a book as soon as I got home that day. That way I could carry it with me everywhere. See? Wow, you even have it on you right now? You said it's for good luck. Isn't the whole point of the charms to always have it with you? Yeah, but... Druk turned his head away from me, but not before I saw the corner of his lips twitch up. Why am I smiling so hard? Why? Let me see it. He picked the flower from my hand and inspected it carefully. It's weaker, right? My energy around it? Yeah, it's fainter now. I wonder if I could add more of my energy to it. I can probably help. You had Eitza help you last time, right?
Oh,
Really? Yeah, if you can. Sure. Channel a little of your energy and I'll help guide it. Druk held the flower out to me. Emerald energy swirled down his arm, drifting and dancing around the flower. I coaxed it forward, and it lazily settled on the petals before sweeping into them. Slowly, the chrysanthemum was coated in Druk's energy, its verdant hue growing stronger and stronger until it was fully imbued. There we go. Now I wanted to give him a matching one. A flower infused with my energy. I mean, we have plenty of flowers to choose from here. My eyes wandered over to the lush and flowery forest floor, draped with pastel purple, yellow, and pink wildflowers. Oh, maybe that one. Among the parade of colors, their thin white petals stood out, each ring surrounding a marigold center. I plucked one from its bed to give it to Druk. I waved my free hand across the flower, summoning my own energy.
huh?
What are you doing? I concentrated again on the flower. Colors swirled together at my fingertips, a veil of my own energy drifting over and seeping into the wildflower. The little bloom glowed, brighter and more vibrant than before. There. I gestured for Druk to hold his hand out, and placed the flower, soft and delicate, into his calloused palm. Now we match. We can protect each other. His lips twitched, and his hand rose to cover his mouth. Geez, the wildflower thing is supposed to help you, not me. Thanks, Maria. I brought my own flower next to his. The difference between them was almost comical. One, a large blossom of sage green petals, held up by a stocky stem, and the other, a tiny flower, made even smaller in Druk's hand, with a crown of small white petals. You better take care of that. Don't crush it.
What?
I won't. Come on, we should head back. We have a long day ahead of us tomorrow. Yeah, sounds good. For a second I was like, what? I'm not used to him being friendly and, like, neutral, and usually we're running away from him. It's been a week, so I need to get used to the The feeling of him not, like, being a threat. The barrier between realms loomed into view, surrounding the lone figure of Kuna'a as they waited for us. Well, time for our favorite parts. This entrance thing? I don't think I'm ever gonna get used to it. Maria? Druk? Hello, Kuna'a. Say hello! It's only polite. Yes, be nice. I elbowed his side as subtly as I could. Druk, be nice. Say hi. Do I have to? Yes. He said hi to you first. And he said your name.
Huh?
I mean, instead of calling me a dog, am I supposed to be honored? He's trying. Can you say the same? He's just... I don't care. Be nice. He made a show of rolling his eyes, which defeated the purpose. Hey.
Oh?
Well, that's a pleasant surprise.
Good job. I know that took a lot out of you.
I think it actually did. Druk sucked on the inside of his cheek. I could already hear him throwing a fit about how this was exactly why he didn't want to say anything. Thank you, Druk. Yeah. Should we go? Of course. I've been patiently awaiting your next visit. Make sure you stay close to me as always, little one. Yeah. The shadows crept up and engulfed us while we walked through the barrier. The world seemed to warp and sway. Every time we walked through here, it was like an eternity could pass before we finally made it to the other side. But eventually, the cool tones and silver light to Kuna'a's realm came into view, and we passed the barrier safely. I breathed a sigh of relief at the stable world around me. The winding trees, the forest floor, and the soft light filtering through the canopy. Kuna'a only gave us a few minutes to recover before continuing onward to the courts. Jeez, can't catch a break with this guy.
Oh?
Oh, sorry, do the children need rest? How are you feeling, Maria? I'm fine. Besides, you know, there's benches over there. There's only forest floor here, so I prefer a bench over the forest floor, so... The worst part is over anyways. There you go. That's why I like you, little one. While our journey through the forest was easier than going through the barrier, it still found ways to leave me on edge. The eerie absence of energy. The spindly shadows that seemed to reach for us. And the occasional rustle in the forest as creatures hidden far from our eyes moved about. Or hold on to his nice, strong arms. As if on instinct, I looped my arm around Druk's, wanting the safety that always followed his touch. He pulled me closer, and the effect was instant. Next to him, I was at ease, and the anxiety that had been creeping up on me loosened its hold. When we finally arrived at the Dusk Courts, Minna urged us to rest up quickly before getting to work. This really is such a pretty place. Look at that. The colors are so pretty. They got a waterfall in it behind their town. And a canal. Which looks like goes toward the waterfall. And probably some kind of like little... I want to say lake, but that's not right. Little pool of or maybe it goes downstream like that? I don't know. Or maybe it goes around. Actually, I think it goes around like this. Because I think I see a flat spot here indicating that there's an area that would go this way. Anyway, it's pretty, it's nice, it's very nice. Alright, there we go. How does that feel? I feel the best that I have in years. Thank you, Maria. The look of gratitude in the Fae's eyes was heartwarming. It was similar for all the Drake Fae I had healed. By now, the initial looks of wariness, skepticism, and hostility had shifted. They still weren't entirely welcoming, but they were at least grateful and even curious. It helped that I had gotten the hang of healing them by now. The magic I used came as naturally as it did in my own realm. And the more time I spent in the Dusk Courts, the more accustomed I got to seeing their magic. The silver particles I had associated with Kuna'a in our realm were omnipresent here. At first they were harder to see, but now I could see them floating everywhere. Sometimes I could even see them in the Fae themselves. A new ability I happily used to my advantage when healing them. Alright, time for the next one. Kuna'a headed off to somewhere else in the courts. I shrugged it off. I'd gotten used to his brisk manner of doing things. On the bright side, he wasn't pushing and pulling me in every direction. Progress, I guess? At least I had more uplifting progress elsewhere. Now that I'd healed a good amount of Fae, the courts seemed much livelier. At this rate, you'll have everyone healed it, Maria. Almost everyone. Is there someone we don't know about? I thought I was here to heal all the Fae. That may not be possible. You don't believe in me? The effects of the war and the barriers have hurt us for a long time. Some Fae may be beyond saving. But didn't you think it was impossible to heal anyone until recently? How do you know that I can't save them? You misunderstand me, little one. I don't know that you can't. I simply don't know if you can. Is that any different? That isn't any different. I don't know if you can't. I simply don't know if you can. It's pretty much the same thing. Contradicting. Isn't it worth a try? If they're in pain, it's too dangerous right now. Perhaps after you've healed the Fae within the courts, as we agreed. Dangerous? But I thought you were supposed to protect us.
Oh?
Are you really so eager to help us now? When did the kitten grow so fond of our people? It just seems wrong to ignore the Fae who might need it most. Is this a theme for you? Caring about the ones who have no one else? You have no idea. Yes, I'm a healer. It's what I do, okay? I'm a healer. I'd say it's a common trait for people like me. Kuna scrutinized me with an expression I couldn't quite discern before turning away. Patience, kitten. You're not the first one who's been eager to help our castaways. Castaways? Did that mean these Fae left dust courts? Or that they were cast out? I wanted to know more about these Fae that were seemingly beyond help. What did their suffering look like? What did they look like? I wonder if one of them is that other guy, the other love interest, the blonde, elf-looking one? Because we haven't seen him all of Druk's route. I thought back to the first day we had arrived here. Or even that feeling that tugged at me every time we ventured through the forest of Kuna'a's realm. That danger that seemed to loom over us in every direction. And shadow. The lurking presence that watched our every move. Was that not just my paranoia? Here. We stopped before two Fae. One seemed fine, save for a sickly gray complexion, similar to Kuna'a's when he had been in our realm for too long. But the other, they were bedridden, their breathing ragged and tense. Sweat glistened on their forehead. Their eyelids weakly flickered open and shut as we walked closer. This one. They were clearly in bad condition. We should have healed them way sooner. Why are we just healing them now? Simply put, we weren't sure if you'd be capable of it. Again, I've been able to heal everyone else so far. This one is different. They're not from our courts. What? They're from Isis' courts. The Dawn courts. I said that's the blonde elf-looking one. What are they doing here? Just another repercussion of the war. Nothing to concern yourself with, little one. But you can imagine they're feeling homesick after spending so long away. Just like you when you were in All Realm. We're still in the Fey realm, so their condition didn't deteriorate as quickly. But yes, like that. See if you can heal Dawn Fae as well. So are the Dawn Fae having the same issue, I guess? I mean, it would seem so. And he said something about that this guy was a repercussion of the war. So yeah, this sickness is probably happening in Isis court as well. But it's sounding like apparently their energy or whatever it is different. Isis and Kuna'a's. I nodded and kneeled by the bed. As I focused on their magic, I noticed the distinct absence of those silver particles that seeped into every corner of the dust quartz. With this Fae, the particles were golden. A beautiful, rich yellow, as warm as sunlight. Such a stark contrast to the cold moonlight magic of the quartz. Her magic isn't present in this realm at all. Kuna'a was already getting weak after only a couple of days in our realm. For this Fae to be deprived of their realm's magic for so long, I took their hand into mine. It was frail, sapped of strength, marked by the heavy toll of years away from their courts. Oh, so are they like a prisoner of war, or are they here willingly? I'm not gonna overthink it this time. I had come to realize Fae healing was more natural than energy. Trying to manipulate it, to will it, often backfired. Everything faded away as I focused on the Dawn Fae and the small amount of Dawn magic between us. Their grip strengthened in my hand as the aether filled them. Their breathing steadied and deepened. My feel in the Dawn magic loosened and slipped away. I'd have to accept whatever progress we'd made. When I opened my eyes, color had returned to the Dawn Fae skin, now warm and tanned. They studied the room around them, as if for the first time in a while, before landing their eyes on me. You're the one who healed me? Yes. Well, I tried my best. How are you feeling? Like I'm back home. Tears misted over their eyes as they pulled my hand closer. A million thanks fell from their lips, and my chest tightened. How long had they been suffering like this? The Great War was so long ago. They've all just been here, suffering all this time with no hope? It didn't take long to heal their partner, and we left the two shortly after. We continued traveling through the courts, stopping every so often to heal another fae, some dawn and some dusk. By the end of it all, I was completely exhausted. That's enough for today. We'll resume tomorrow. For now, get some rest. You surely earned it. Oh, cool. The next day, Kunaa, Druk, and I headed out after healing a few more fae. Admittedly, I was a little sad to leave the courts. I had grown fond of the scenery, even if it couldn't beat going home. Ooh. Pagoda. It's really quite gorgeous. The purple haze that swirled over the courts, the twisting foliage that glowed under the moonlights, the luminescent silver particles that softly coated the air. Today, it all looked as beautiful as usual. Perhaps even more so, knowing the journey that lay ahead of us. The creeping dark forest and the barrier that was like a limbo of aether. The part of the trip never failed to leave me quite a bit queasy. I think Kunaa made this trip multiple times before we decided to help him. While I could handle it with Druk by my side, the idea of venturing through the barrier all alone, it was as daunting as it was admirable. So if I remember correctly, Kunaa had explained that, like, while going through the barrier, if you stray, you could, like, be lost forever, like, in a limbo. So, one wrong, turn, and you might be there forever. So that's my understanding of what that place is they're talking about. I never admitted to Druk, considering his obvious disdain for Kunaa. But I'd grown a small amount of respect for Kunaa and their dedication to their courts. They even care about the Dawn Fae trapped in their courts. They clearly valued the lives of the Fae deeply. It didn't matter if they were dawn or dusk. I wonder if there are also Dusk Fae trapped in the Dawn Courts. Are they okay? In fact, what exactly was the state of Isis Courts? Could they be suffering too? Or did they have a unique situation of their own? Kunaa always mentioned the Great War as the source of their hardships. But what exactly happened in the war to cause this sort of sickness? I wonder if Kunaa would tell me. Kunaa, how is Isis Quartz? I'm not sure. It's a question I've been pondering myself recently. Before now, I was only focused on my own courts, and the curse left on us after the Great War. To focus on survival for so long now? Oh. I guess someone's being attacked? Or there's a monster somewhere. A rumbling roar echoed from right behind me, and my blood went cold. I turned to look and instantly regretted it. I'm not sure if I do. He's kinda hot. Why do I feel like they're related? I don't know. Thick vines hung like chains from jagged horns. Ripped, worn cloth billowed in the wind, revealing the silhouette of what could only be described as a monster. The looming silhouette barreled toward us.
Move!
Kun'a slammed into my side and shoved me out of its path. Silver starlight scattered in the air as the titanic attacker rammed into Kun'a. The light faded to reveal shadows coiled around the monster's limbs. The veins in their arms bulged as they struggled against the shadow's hold. Tar, I'm busy today. We can play later. Kun'a knows that thing? By name? Tar raised their arm, breaking free of Kuna'a's magic, and slammed their fist on the ground right where Kun'a was standing. A resounding boom rang out, and a cloud of dirt and dust, or grass, filled the air around them. But as the dust settled, Kun'a was nowhere to be seen. Where'd he go? Tar turned to us with lifeless eyes. Chills ran down my spine. Golden tendrils seemed to clothe their skin. Dark inked stains wrapped around their bruised body. Eyes. Eyes?
Are they talking to you?
They're wanting. Don't touch my eyes. I don't know. They roared and rushed toward us. Druk pulled me behind him. His emerald energy flickered to life, illuminating his broad back. But before Tar could make contact, Kun'a appeared before us, shadows following in his wake.
Now, I made a promise.
No hurting them while I'm here, Tar. Their fierce battle between the two of them resumed. Each resounding blow sent tense fey magic scattering toward the air. My heart thudded in my chest. This felt like a scene straight from the Great War. Even more horrifying than that, every couple of attacks, Tar chanted the word eyes over and over again, all while staring directly at me. Eyes. Eyes. Eyes.
We need to get out of here.
Yeah, I think I'd like. Can we leave, please? I don't like it here. I'm scared. Who gives a shit about Kun'a? He can handle himself. He seems to know the guy. What about Kun'a? Kuna'a's obviously used to dealing with that thing. You, on the other hand? Druk led me away, and we hurried into the depths of the forest. Even with some distance, the horrific clash of battle still rang in my ears.
Don't turn back, no matter what, okay? I'll catch up.
It makes me wanna. Whenever someone says, like, don't do that, it kind of makes you want to. That's why you never tell someone to not look back, because they're gonna want to look back. Wait, catch up? When I turned, Druk was backing away, toward Tar and Kunaa. I grabbed his wrist. Where did he think he was going? You can't be serious. Maria, Tar clearly has some sort of fixation on you. If you can get a head start out of the forest, I'm sure... Yeah, that's exactly why you should not go. Because if Tar escapes the two of you while you're trying to fight him, we have no one to protect us. We're not strong enough to protect ourselves from him. That's why it's smarter if you stay with us. At least that's my logic. Sure of what? You know just as much about Tar as I do. You're sending me off while you go back into danger? What did we talk about? This is different. You always say that. When is it not? A flash of silver illuminated the back of Druk's silhouette. Watch out! Druk turned, revealing a sharp bolt of magic, headed straight for us. I guess, yeah. Druk's arms wrapped around me as he moved to shield me from the incoming fey magic. But that wouldn't be enough. The speed of the stray spell far outweighed the speed of Druk's channeling energy. I summoned my own magic. Between the both of us, maybe? The sharp dust magic shattered against my shield, dispersing into a cloud of starlight. See? We should stick together or I can help. It's not about whether you can help. Tar keeps staring at you and chanting about eyes. Like they want to pluck out your eyeballs or something. Ew.
Oh.
Or... hey, maybe it has something to do with your vision? Whatever, it doesn't matter. You gotta get out of here. I'll be right behind you, okay? I don't believe you. I knew he was right. Tar seemed to have some kind of fixation on me. But to leave Druk behind? How could I do that? My lip trembled, and Druk brushed his thumb across my lower lip. His touch was steady and safe.
Hey, it'll be okay. I promise. It really is different this time.
That's what they all say. You always get hurt. What if this time... I won't. I'm gonna leave the fight to Kunaa. You get a head start. I'll bring up the rear. I'm only gonna stall Tar if he gets loose and comes after us.
There's no way I'm not seeing you again.
If he dies, I'm gonna be mad. He leaned in and pressed a kiss against my forehead. As he pulled away, he caressed my cheek, and in his eyes I could feel the weight of his promise. Just keep running no matter what. You won't even have time to miss me. Fine. Stealing my resolve, I turned. This was our best option. I had to trust that belief. The last thing I saw as I left the field was Druk summoning his green energy, ready to protect us. Branches whipped past me, I ran as fast as my legs could carry me to the barrier between the realms. My breath grew shorter, and now that the chaos of the battle was behind me, anxiety crept through my thoughts. Would Druk and Kunaa be okay? If even Kunaa was struggling against Tara, why did Tara even look like that? What happened to them? My breath grew short. The forest seemed to close in on me. Where was... Something tackled me, and we fell to the floor in a tangled mess of limbs. Druk... Not Druk. My words died on my lips, replaced by a horrified gasp. Golden scars marked the skin as pointed teeth gleamed against the shadow forest. The forest shadows. This is exactly why I told Druk he should come with us. Idiot. Finally caught you without those pesky guards. Who? What are you? What am I? What am I? You dare to ask me that after saving dozens of my kin? Well, I have no choice but to watch from these woods forsaken. Kin? That means this Fae, and Tar also. You're going to heal me now, before your disgusting human pet comes along. Their hand wrapped around my throat. Unnecessary! Choking me, before they hissed their next words. Understood. This is not how you get someone to do things, okay? I grit my teeth and nodded. It didn't matter if I was lying. I needed to do something. Anything to get out of this position. The face hold on me loosened. Use all the tools you have. Even something like the element of surprise can turn to tides. Magic flowed into my fists in a flash, and I punched them with everything I had. Power toward my knuckles, and a twist of my upper body, just like Druk taught me. The Fae jumped away with a hiss, as my magic swirled at my fingertips, and I stood. Ooh, that magic. Is this how you treat someone you want help from? What? You think I want your vile help? I need your help. Want, need, only a slight difference. Hatred in their eyes. The Fae summoned a stream of silver magic and pounced. Shit. I surrounded myself in my own energy, but was too late. The Fae tackled me, knocking the air from my body as I hit the ground with a thud. They pinned my arms to my side, making any more surprise attacks impossible. Heal me. Their ragged breath was wet against my ear. Their eyes darted around with frenzy. How? I can't even move. Now! My words fell on deaf ears. The crazed Fae only tightened their grip. I said... Silver magic lashed forth again, this time cutting a fresh wound across my cheek. So is this guy like... Okay, so Kunal said something about people who had been like thrown out of the clan that needed healing too? Is this one of the guys, or is this like a? Is he like a? Is like giving him energy gonna make him a threat? I feel like it probably will. Silver magic lashed forth again, this time cutting a fresh wound across my cheek. My heart hammered in my chest. This Fae couldn't be reasoned with. At this rate, a rush of emerald energy crashed into Fae. Maria! Druk! He rose from the unconscious Fae and took me into his arms. I hugged him back, not realizing just how much I'd been shaking.
Holy shit.
This is why I said not to leave me.
I heard you yell, and I ran as fast as I could, but...
Druk squeezed his eyes shut, and a stream of quiet curses fell from his lips. Okay, so yeah, he had a partner, like, before, and his partner died, and he has this thing about, like, a fear of not being able to save, people he cares about.
I thought it was too late. I thought...
His lips quivered as he fell silent. He tightened our embrace with trembling arms. I'm okay. You weren't too late. You're here. We're both here. Druk's hold loosened as he pulled away hesitantly. I promised you, didn't I? Back before you know it. Yes, because I screamed. He tapped my nose slightly before his eyes paused on my cheek, and he brought his thumb over to brush it. I winced and hissed at the stinging contact. Sorry, you got hurt. It was from the Fae.
They hurt you?
Oh, yeah, they choked me. Druk's gaze darkened as it swept over the collapsed Fae, and I feared he might do some serious damage to him. Nothing serious. I mean, no broken bones or anything, but I mean, he was quite violent. The wet breath against my ears was more than horrifying. I probably did more damage to them than they did to me.
Huh?
Seriously? All that training was a lifesaver. He released a breathy chuckle, as relief flashed into his eyes. Guess so. Can't believe I was ever against it. What about you? Did you get hurt? I'm fine. To be honest, Kunaa told me to scram as soon as he spotted me. Kunaa made you leave? Yeah, something about the presence of a human agitating Tar. Why was Tar so fixated on me then? If I'm apparently not human? More importantly, is Kunaa gonna be okay? He said he deals with Tar all the time, so it'd be easier for him to handle alone. Besides, even if he's protecting us because of a promise, I don't think he'd risk his life just to keep us safe. I'm sure he's fine. Druk looked awfully put out for what should have been good news. It seemed he was finding it hard to practice what he preached. Not so easy leaving the fight behind, is it? I know. And I didn't even get to block any crazy Fae magic before I left. His eyes crinkled, and he finally broke into a small smile. I was glad to see it. You like that? How could I not? I chuckled as we eased into each other's presence again. The adrenaline from before slowly faded away. Impressed? Way impressed. When did you learn to use your energy defensively? I'm not sure. It just happened naturally, I guess. It felt easy. In the same way healing faded. Maybe Kana'a's advice extends to all magic.
Oh?
Well, in that case, I guess we have a prodigy on our hands. The bushes rustled. As we turned to the source, Druk stepped in front of me, blocking me from the intruder. But, and I never thought I'd say this, I was relieved to see it was just Kuna'a. Kuna'a! Kuna'a's eyes immediately went to the Fae knocked out on the ground, and I stiffened. Even if Kuna'a had warmed up to us, it didn't mean they'd take kindly to knocking out their fellow Fae.
Were they bothering you?
Yeah, they were being mean. They hurt my feelings. And they choked me, and they were probably gonna kill me. No, they needed me to heal them, but you know, after we healed them, if we did, then they would probably kill me. They grabbed me while I was running to the entrance. Were they annoying? I mean, I guess. Why is he asking if they're annoying, not like violence or something? You could say that. Or maybe that's his definition of annoying. It's like, oh, it's attacking me. How annoying. That's probably his definition of annoying. Okay, yeah, then accurate. Yeah, it was annoying. Some things never change. I had no idea what was happening. Given Kana'a's usual dedication to the courts, I expected a much stronger reaction. But I didn't want to question it. We all knew how fickle their mood was. So are you okay? I'm doing swimmingly. But if you'd like to come close and inspect yourself? I mean, I'm... Maybe? No, I believe you. I'm glad you're okay, though. So, Tara and this person, they're both Fae? They are. You can imagine they weren't always like this. But both of them look so... Since I tell you, there were some from the war who couldn't be healed. These effects were also from the war? But it's been so long. All this time, they've been suffering in such a violent way. It was hard to swallow. I'd never seen anything like them. The closest comparison would be the Overtaken, but even they didn't exhibit such primal rage. My eyes drifted to Druk in worry, wondering if he also saw the similarity. His gaze had taken on that distant look I'd become so familiar with. I edged closer to him and held his hand with mine. Whatever is inner turmoil, we take them on together. He glanced at me, and somehow the eye contact was all we needed to say. The corner of Druk's lips quirked upwards into a thankful smile, and he squeezed my hand in return. When I turned back to Kana'a, they watched us with a look that could only be described as nauseated. Did they see the whole thing? Yeah, they were standing right there. I thought we were being subtle, but if he had just been watching the entire time... I cleared my throat and glanced away, hoping he would just move on. Thankfully, Kana'a obliged. Even so, I hadn't anticipated Tar to attack so suddenly. Or this one. What did you do to Tar? I was able to calm them down. As much as you can whenever someone's cursed in that way.
Even I am not so heartless as to kill my own kind.
They said that in almost a joking way, but their voice was laced with bitterness. And again, I found myself sympathizing with the Dusk Courts. As horrifying as that Fae was now, I was sure many were once considered them a friend. But that's enough reminiscing, isn't it? We should return to your realm before my kin decides they want to play for another round. I gulped and nodded, eagerly heading toward the entrance. As bad as I felt about Tar, I wasn't keen on seeing them again. Besides the scratch on Maria's cheek, both of you seem fine. Druk breathed out a sigh of relief next to me. Asa tilted my chin toward them and focused their energy on my wound. A cool sensation settled over the surface of my skin. After a few seconds, they released me. I didn't have to check my face to know that the scratch had already disappeared. If you need to decompress here, feel free. I'm going to join the others and talk about the next steps, but I'm just a call away. Thank you, Etsa. They left me and Druk alone, and we were silent for a couple of moments as we finally processed the events that had just unfolded. Druk turned his energy off. Remind me to turn it on at the right time. His arms wrapped around me, desperately pulling me closer. If the hug was any tighter, I might have been crushed. But as I sat there in his arms, I could feel the slightest shake in his grip, and I was reminded of the delicate person that hid under the strong facade. I thought he was okay after checking in on me at the Dusk Courts, but it seemed it had taken everything in him to keep himself together. Or maybe now that we'd had a chance to actually process the attack, he was only now fully experiencing the fear of potentially losing me. Do you want to talk about it? You don't have to. I'm here for you either way. You're...
You're actually here, right?
And if you don't believe me, I'm Flush. I'm all here.
This isn't a dream.
Oh, just come, give me a hug. Come here. I'm real. No, it's not a dream. We did it. We're safe. He didn't say anything and simply tightened his hold on me. And we stayed like that for as long as he needed. Can you believe Kunaa did that to me? The guy has no manners. That was a little inappropriate, but try not to hold it against him. What did he do to him? Did he like slap him on the butt or something? They're probably not used to seeing a human with horns. Yeah, but that doesn't mean you can just caress them. Oh, okay. That's mean. He did it before I could. I tried to hold back my laugh as I remembered my new favorite memory. Flashback. Druk had been in the middle of talking. And out of nowhere, Kunaa leaned it close and started feeling up his horns. Which was definitely not okay for a stranger to be doing. Horns were considered a pretty intimate area after all. Is this a new relationship development? Enemies to lovers? But how would Kunaa have known that? Plus, the look on Druk's face was so unforgettable. It was hard for me to be mad at them. I'm enjoying this too much, you know? Don't think I don't notice you trying not to laugh. Not laughing. But I couldn't even finish my sentence without smiling. He saw right through me. Can't you be more riled up about it? Doesn't it bother you to see someone else touching my horns? Maybe if you liked it. But your reaction was too funny. Maybe I should thank Kunaa for letting me see that. Please don't encourage him. You know, considering how well you two get along now, it's hard to believe how much you hated each other at first. We don't get along. You're saying wild things again. Like when you said Kane and I are both like brothers. I still stand by that. It had been a couple of weeks since Taro's attack. Since then, Central had been reluctant to let me return to the Dust Courts. That what once was a peaceful solution had turned into another risk for my safety. But we were so close to healing the rest of the courts that I couldn't bear to let things end there. Surprisingly, Druk agreed with me. Something about the way Kunaa had protected us changed Druk's perspective of him. As much as he didn't want to admit it, I had a feeling he had a soft spot for Kunaa after that moment. So, we were able to convince them to let us return. Albeit with both Kane and Druk accompanying me now. We talked a couple of times since. He said he would let us know when it seemed safe to make our next journey. So for now, we were on standby. I focused more on my healing job and helping with the Overtaken. And Druk eased back into his own routine as a Drake. And on our days off together, we were able to relax and go out without him acting as my bodyguard for once. Hey, Maria? Can I? Well. Can you? Can I? What? Never mind. What? Tell me. It's nothing. But I want to know. I said never mind. Tell me. Maria, come on. Tell me.
Can I kiss you? This is why I didn't want to say.
I'm gonna do it. Feeling bold today, are we? Are you? I mean, it's not like I haven't wanted to ask before. There's just never been a good time. Now that things have settled down a bit. He hadn't been this flustered in a while. In fact, the last time he was like this... Druk's eyes widened, and he pulled away. He held me at arm's length, his mouth hung open, speechless. His gaze wandered to where he held me, and he retracted his hands, as if he had touched something scalding. He dragged his hand over his face, lingering over his mouth. He glanced at me, then my lips, before averting his eyes again. I started talking, but honestly I didn't know what to say. Normally, people don't like to hear someone say shit after a kiss. And then he ran. Druk took a step backward, his mouth hanging open before he turned and left the training area. What? Druk? I was just kidding! I almost wanted to tease him a little bit. Well, so you decided to ask this time? Was it too ambitious of me to hope you would never bring it up the past? What a shame. I thought you knew me better than that. If I let you kiss me, will you run away? Oh, blow, Maria. Gonna make me regret that for as long as I live? Yes. I'm sure you could find some way to make it up to me. He stepped forward and placed his hand on my lower back, pulling me closer.
I wonder.
Druk leaned in, and his lips slightly brushed against mine. It was soft, sweet, gentle. As I pressed further into him, Druk stiffened before hungrily deepening the kiss. His hand rose to caress my cheek. The hand at my back pulled me even closer as his lips moved against mine. Eventually, we came up for air. panting as we gazed into each other's eyes. Wow. How long have you been holding that one back?
You don't even know.
He leaned forward and enveloped me in another kiss. But this one was slower, deeper. We're just here doing this in public. I couldn't keep the smile off my lips. Druk pulled away, amusement sparkling in his eyes.
Oh?
What are you smiling at? Nothing. I don't know. Something funny? No.
Wow. So into me that I left you smiling with just a couple kisses.
Oh, please.
Hmm.
Then tell me what's up with that smile. I told you I don't know. He made a humming noise, playful and mischievous, and leaned close again. So then, if I did this? He kissed me again. Like, at this point, let's just get a room, okay? You're not gonna smile even wider, are you? He was completely enjoying this. And like his little puppets, my grin only grew wider. No! He chuckled and bombarded me with a full barrage of kisses. One on my cheek, one on my nose, the other cheek, my forehead. I couldn't help but laugh. Stop! He laughed, and his bangs tickled my skin. Alright, alright, I'll give you mercy. For now. He smiled and lightly pressed his forehead against mine. His grin was mirroring mine by now.
Thank you for waiting for me.
Oh, see cheap! His eyes really are so pretty. Yay! I am curious what the bad end looks like. I'll have to find that. But we got a good end and we finished. Here we go. That was the end of Druk's Roots. I love the opening screen here. It's so pretty. Yes. So they're officially together. I think they were actually, we already were. We had decided to date before, but just hadn't, like... Okay, so we kissed, he ran away, things happened, we became boyfriend, girlfriend, then we kissed again here. Oh yeah, this is the opening. The white screen scared me for a second. I'm gonna... You can see that on your arm. So yeah. Yay! Yeah, I like Druk. He's a sweet character. I'm really curious to see what the other characters are like. What their roots are gonna be like. I think at the moment we have two other characters, I believe. No, three. Yeah. We have Finir, Eitza, and Kane. And Kuna'a and Isa are not yet completed. they're still being worked on. But aside from those two, the other routes are available to play. So I'm excited to do those. So yeah, if you like this, if you found the game interesting and want to play it yourself, you can find this game on itch.io and Steam. And it's fun. I've liked it so far. Anyway, thank you for coming on this adventure with me. What else? Well, I hope you check it out yourself. They have another game too, I believe. Crescents. What's it called? Intertwine? Yeah. That's another good one. But yes, there we go. Oh, if you wanna, like, I don't know, tell me what your favorite character is on, like, Blue Sky or something, and I think that'd be fun, maybe? If you want to. Anyway, yeah. I'm bad at this stuff. Yes, anyway, I hope you enjoyed. And, I guess I'll be going now. It's so early, so I might get some stuff done. But for anyone watching this, I hope you have and anyone watching the VOD too, I hope you have a nice, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time it is. And I hope to see you again. Alright.